In case you missed the last part, I'm here with my friend Josh. He spent about 12 years living in Henan province, visiting the various villages around the Shaolin Temple, Luoyang, Kaifeng, the entire region, training, researching and documenting the various old styles of martial arts. And so one of the things that I really want to ask him now is about the missing key. So many people around the world know Shaolin Kung Fu, they know the forms, you know, they know a lot about the system, but the missing key really to how you actually apply and put the art together is the footwork. And so the footwork and the hand techniques is what I really want to talk to Josh about.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think everyone knows the basic stances, right? You've got, you know, your mabu, your xiebu, pubu, right, shubu. But how do you actually, like, we're used to fighting like this. So how do those stances even fit? Like, and isn't that a bit odd? Does anyone, you know, a lot of people don't train that. And because aside from what we say zhuangbu, like stances where you stand like this, right? There are xingbu, walking stances, and walking stances are really important because that's how we actually approach, see an opponent and approach. So the most basic stance I show you in Shaolin is called jixingbu. And so this is something we used to practice in the villages a bit like this. It walks like this. And it looks a little strange because what you're doing is you're kicking up with the foot. And this is why it's called rooster step. Jixingbu is rooster step. And the idea of this foot is, if we walk around kind of normally, and my foot lifts up, if you imagine I'm facing an opponent and my foot lifts up here, I kind of got no momentum. He can grab my foot, right? He can kick me. If I kick, I haven't got much power. I have to kind of fall to go forwards. I can't step backwards, right? And so if I step and lift my energy, my weight quite up like this, it's quite hard to change. If you imagine now, I'm sunk on this knee and this foot is up behind. If he kicks me, the forte of my knee is facing wherever he kicks. If it's turning, or most in Shaolin, it's forward, up to the groin.
Forward one.
Yeah, you see, it's protected and it's using the forte, the strong part of my knee here. The other bit is if I step forward from here, look how much momentum I have. It slides in forwards. If I kick, my foot is ready to snap with a lot of power. If my foot is in this position, I can, you know, if I step up like this, I can change direction. I can put it back or to the side or out because it's in this position where it can hop in any direction very easily. So the standard footwork is actually to kick your feet up. And again, this comes from weapons. If you're striking with a spear, I don't want my foot suspended in front. It always needs to be pulled back. Or if you're cutting with a saber, again, I'm trying to dodge it, right? And then from here, I can fall forwards or I can step back. Yeah. So this momentary pause, and you'll see this in a lot of old pictures, right? This is this leg squeezed up here. But of course, when we're fighting, we don't actually have to you know, look like this. It can be much more casual, like that. It's just a little, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
As we're facing each other, if we walk around, yeah, it's just like that, that's it. It's just slightly different from doing this, right? This is just the old framework. And because I can walk in any direction, this moves around you easily, yeah? And the other thing is if you circle me, I can just face you very easily. You see what I mean? I don't have to kind of, if you circle, I don't have to try and stay facing you.
Yeah.
It's just very casually. It's like a bull, you know, pacing the floor. It's like this. So the old footwork is actually like that. It kicks up behind. But you can exaggerate it a bit in training, right? But when you're using it, the foot only just has to come up a little, like that. Yeah. So it's very relaxed, very casual. And this is very, instead of having your kind of energy quite up when you're sparring, you can sink a bit more with this and be a bit more relaxed. A bit more relaxed. And your head can move and sway. And Shaolin fights a lot horizontal, a lot more. So it has shun, like in line with the opponent, hung across the line of the opponent. And so it moves between these two. Right. So the basic trend is that, right? And we see this in stances like dingbu and shubu, right? This is actually the same kind of concept.
Right.
Yeah? It's that same bouncing back. Dingbu is where your front foot's fixed like someone's put a nail in it. Yeah. Shubu is where your back foot's fixed and your front foot's empty. Yeah. So it's talking about the front foot. Right. Right? You see this? So my body weight goes over my front foot. Okay? And the weight comes in. Here, my body weight goes over my back foot. My head is over there. Okay? So it dodges. If you look how much my body sways from side to side.
So yeah, there seems to be like a lot of head movement, right? And one of the big things that people tend to criticize with Chinese martial arts is a lack of head movement, which is something I fundamentally disagree with, but I'm interested to hear your perspective.
I think it's maybe perhaps more inherited from other parts of China that have been more popular. And in the north, they definitely can't, you know, it's dependent on style. But if we look at the stances, certainly in the Stars Island, stances are often leaning, and there is a lot of head movement inherently. If you look at this gongbu, for example, some people will just do it like this, right? Yeah. There's no head movement, and they do a lot. But if you watch me do it,
dodging from side to side.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if this foot steps out or if this foot goes back. I can dodge the same way, regardless of where my weight is. But if you look, if I'm across your line and you're heading at me, look how far I've moved. Yeah. So even if my first reaction is just here, and you know, I've moved a long way from where you're expecting my head to be, right? So that movement is very large.
Yeah, and it's hard to know which way you're going because I'm looking at your head going that way, so I'm thinking, all right, well, if I want to dodge you, I'm going to dodge this way.
But then, you're where I'm going to move next.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, and that's really the point. If you look at our stances, if I always keep my body upright, right, what is my stance doing for me? Yeah. What's it giving me? What power is this stance? Yeah. People use a lot of power in here, and this is not a powerful stance. Its purpose is to give you an affordance, an ability, a capability to shift your weight in a different way. Gongbu allows you to have your head over your front foot. If I go past my foot, I'll feel a weakness in my back, right? And it feels like, you can feel that instantly, right? But if I'm back here, again, I've got the same problem. Yeah. Here, your head is over your foot. This is what Gongbu gives me. That's the power it gives me. Marble gives me the ability to dodge in any direction, right? And lift something heavy. So marble is always ducking if you're using a full marble.
And so with marble, you're keeping your hips back. You're not rolling the hips under. You're keeping them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not kind of trying to.
You are literally squatting straight down.
Literally squatting, yeah, because here I can use it to squat down and grab something. Yeah. But also anytime I punch, marble, any technique is changing level. So this classic technique shocks high and strikes low. I've ducked in, right? So marble can give you that affordance. Shubu is about weight distribution. As you strike towards me, I move my head over this foot. So this one becomes empty. It doesn't matter if I go, how small I make it. This is called shuma. Yeah. But
and you're dodging the line of sight. Your head's changing level.
And that way. Yeah. And that gives me the potential to do kick or to shift back the other way because I'm cocked ready to go that way. Yeah. Or to keep moving that way. Yeah. Right? Shebu, again, dodge is very heavy. It's much more used in weapons. Older shebu in forms tends to be a bit more like something we call guibu. Okay.
That's quite mantis-like there.
Yeah, so it's not twisting all the way.
Right.
Gushu Pangen is the full twist. So, and Dingbu is weight on the front foot.
Yeah.
And so you think if I do this, and like I'm not going to move today. It means like, I got to rely on that tiny space to guard something.
Yeah.
This dodges, and then my hand.
Secondary.
Yeah, secondary. It might get to it, it might not. The point is, it's yin. It's passive.
Yeah.
Right. So it might be a way to catch it, but it might just be there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. I've dodged. When I've dodged here, I'm open here. So the movement, the dodge is primary, and we see this a lot in your stance. If I want to hit you, I'm only going to be able to hit your surface from here.
Yeah.
Whereas if I do stuff like hit you from this range and lean, you see, I can see my target and my body weight goes into it.
Yeah.
Look how I'm punching along the line of your torso. And then when my next punch comes in, look how it's 90 degrees to your torso.
Yeah, and you haven't really needed to move too much closer. You've been able to
Exactly, I'd be able to do it just
get
from
more
dodging.
distance from the same position.
Yeah, imagine me trying to do that.
Yeah.
Right? But look at this. What am I hitting? I'm hitting a corner,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm going to slip that way or slip that way.
Yeah, yeah.
This way, leaning in slightly, I can hit along the line of your body.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm more vulnerable to some extent, right? But that's the game, right?
Yeah,
Vulnerability comes with risk versus reward.
Yeah.
Right? So the point is, looking at techniques like this, right? It's not like I'm a really long way from you and trying to punch up.
Yeah.
This one moves in, right?
Right.
It's like, look at the angle I've gone on you. I'm here, I don't want to be hit in the face, right? And then look how much I can lean into striking you.
Yeah.
So I've been able to take a classic kind of advantage position. Not as extreme as, you don't need to go like right down here,
Yeah.
right? Here is Pubu, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. The point is, I'm dodging back when my foot's moving forward.
Yeah.
This is what Pubu gives me, right? Yeah? I don't want to be hit by your leg.
Yeah.
I can slide up and hit your groin at the same time,
yeah.
right? But it means I can attack from that angle and do something quite powerful and unseen. So those are the stances, but they need this frame of footwork.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot more on that, right? It's like if we're facing each other, especially when we're training Sanda, we're going to throw maybe, 100 punches at least in a match. So we want to spend all our time around this sort of range,
Yeah.
right? But in Kung Fu, that's way too scary, especially with weapons and other things. When you hit someone in Sanda, they shrug it off a bit. You hit someone in real life, oh, they do that, right?
Well, most people are not really going to jab you in real life.
No.
They're going to come in with big
Surprise
KO
hits. But if you get hit, it's like, whoa, you hit me, it's a really big movement.
Yeah.
And Kung Fu is more like this. The dodging stances are large.
Yeah.
Weapons can be fatal, right? So with one hit. So, and the fighting footwork is based on old weapons footwork, right? So if you imagine you're holding a spear and you step back a step, right? I can't get towards you doing this, right? I can't bounce towards you. So we have special footwork, like Gembu slides up here. Gobu is for longer. Yeah, it steps past to cover that range. Jembu, which goes faster. So these are ways of walking towards your opponent. But even in Sanda, because we try and use it a bit further away, I can still use all these. This step keeps this side forward. I very rarely want to change side when moving forward, right? So this Gembu, it's called Gembu, heel step, because this steps up to the heel and steps in. And you can DN, you can stamp it to give you more power. So exactly like that. I can, right? But it shouldn't overemphasize the stamp, because then you're stuck in this position, right? It's about building momentum. So charging in. Gobu, right? So that's one type of footwork, it's the most important. Shangfa, this is attacking. And this allows me to use Gongbu. If you look at it, if I break it down, because it's one continuous attacking movement. If I'm using Sanda, it's quite hard to see how do I step into Gongbu that often, right? Whereas from stances like this, it's a charged attack.
It's quite a lot like fencing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, because it's from weapons, right? And so, it's very much like fencing. And then Gobu, this steps through, and you may think, well, this is a really vulnerable position. But the point is, I don't use it when I'm this close.
You're using it to
I'm using it too close to the gap, and I want to be casual. I don't want to go towards you like that,
Yeah.
like, you know, I want to go kind of relaxed pace. And as it comes up, it covers me. This is not a kick, this is a check.
Yeah.
Right, so if you did kick or try and advance, it can kind of stop you, bam, and then kick. Right, so this like one, and then this one kicks up behind and can snap. So this footwork is a very characteristic Shaolin one. 1, 2, 3. So you see this with the leaps. This one comes up horizontally, and then it hops there.
Yeah.
Right, and this is simply, this is advancing towards your opponent in this way. The front leg maintaining that rooster position, and the rear leg coming open.
Yeah.
Right? So those are the footwork. Tunbu, inching step, that's this.
Right.
So that's the classic step. When we're close, when we are this close, Tunbu is what I'll use, right?
Yeah.
But then we have great footwork like Guinshen, roll body. So this is one of the classics in Shaolin. It dodges to one side with Kwahu and then rolls around into Mabu. And so we see this in old forms, like here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of drills can be done this way. And this first move, Kwahu, dodges to one side, then it parries, and this foot comes in, and then it flips around. And my goal is to turn to go past his back leg. Right, so here, I'm dodging, and then come around his body.
Yeah, and I'm very vulnerable there.
And yeah, exactly. And you're going to turn to face me, but then at least I've got my, it's hard for you because you're turning, whereas I've been focused on my target. And I can dodge to the other side as well. I dodge back, and then flip around this way.
That's even harder for
That's
you
even
to
better.
turn around,
yeah, exactly. But that one's harder for me because of my momentum. And the way we use this is not fully back. I'll show you. The trick is to step horizontally, okay? So watch this. So I dodge here, and then out. So this line's really good for us, right? If I dodge back, I've got no momentum to go forward. If I go forwards, I walk into any of your techniques, right? Bam. And I walk straight into your leg. We clash shins, you need my grip, right? But this, when I move horizontally, I don't add any momentum towards you. And look, I'm going fully across your line, right? With techniques that are surprising. And then from here, it can cross around quite well. So the idea is, when dodging this side, it goes diagonally. But this side, or your offside, your rear leg, you dodge horizontally.
Right.
And then here, Kwahu, and then here. And so this footwork, Shanbu, is done like this. Diagonal, horizontal. Diagonal, horizontal, you see?
Yeah.
So a lot of people do it all diagonals. Right?
So it's not a zigzag.
It's not a zigzag, it's a zig with a Z kind of.
Right.
Yeah, because it goes horizontal, because I want to keep this side forward.
Yeah.
You see? I don't actually want to switch sides, right? Sometimes, but rarely. So if I do a full diagonal step, like this each time, it's too much. And I'm vulnerable at that switch. But this isn't. It stays this shoulder forward, you see?
Yeah.
And zigzags.
Yeah.
So when I dodge this side, Kwahu here. And so Kwahu, the classical move is here, right? But small frame is here.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're exaggerating in training to make these movements a bit clearer, but here you're potentially moving it's a lot smaller.
Exactly, but actually it's exaggeration for the technique. If you kicked and I managed to catch it, like behind it, never that way, right? Behind it, I do want it to be large.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But if I'm not even blocking, if it's just like this hand stops your face as you dodge in, I'm just here. That's fine. I don't really, Xiaohongquan will be here. It can just be helping to add to momentum, right? So, and this one, the classical maneuver, Kwahu, is here, right? It captures your hand, moves over your body there, and as I pull back, I kick, right? So that's a very extreme. This is called Wu Hua Ba Men. That's a very specific application. But Kwahu is used everywhere. It dodges first, parries second. So as you strike it, I'm already dodged, and then it can parry, and this hand can sweep you aside. So it can exaggerate the effect. That if our hands are together, right, and I get across, I can sweep you to the side, which helps me turn around you.
Back,
right?
Oh, like an arm drag.
Yeah, exactly. So this sweeping them away maneuver. It's chanso, so they can even block forwards, which is odd, right? Like this way. So the point is, this footwork is necessary if we're fighting and you're a bit further away. Like again, I don't want to maintain our sander position. That's too close, right? Kung Fu is more here. And I'm going to use that kind of, see, I'm going to use that zigzagging step to stay towards you or to move around you. I might move more horizontally, right? And I'm still using that. And that's my
It's a lot of effort for me to keep facing you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's easy for me because I'm doing this footwork. Even if I'm in the middle and you circle me, look how easy it is for me to face you. I'm not trying to do this. If you circle, if you like fast circle, and I try and stay side on, it's really hard. But if I'm more square, and so you see this stance a lot in old forms. It's not that I'm going like, you know, we're doing this. Right? This is me matching you. My hands, you see my hands are matching where your hands are. So you see this? I can move forwards and backwards. So I can move in any direction I want. And my hands are always ready. This is ready to catch what's in between. This is threatening from below. Right? Because you don't want to be hit, you know, low or high. Right? And it's ready to meet hands with you to wrestle as well. To press against your hips. To stop you getting into my space. So this. Right? And so you'll see this in really old form. Yeah, you see this kind of move. You see in the really old forms. And you'll see them in like, in a lot of old long fist styles. When it's done close, when it's done far, it's to match your position. When it's done close, it's here. We say the legs guard the legs, the hands guard the hands. Right? This is Tiao Shou. Tiao, you know, is here. Tiao, when going close, folds back over the arm. So you see it done like this. But when far, it comes up to the side here. This is Tiao, to raise. And so this hand is like, I don't know what's attacking me. So I raise like one leg and hand. And this hops like this. And so you'll see this move as well. Like 1, 2,
So 3. Shielding side by side. Very Muay Thai-like almost.
Yeah, very, very like, but it's typically done in forms like this. This continuous motion, or as I say, like this. And if you're really exaggerating it for training, and so you'll see this in some old forms, see? Right? Which is very hard, but it's not quite how you use it. And you have to know the walking footwork, otherwise the forms they're a bit abstract, like, why does that footwork make sense? Right? And something to know about forms is that every move is combined with the next move, every technique, even when turning around. Right? They're all put together. They're not random collections of techniques, they're combinations. Even turning around is significant. And if you're turning around and doing something like this, that's just guarding behind, right? But it's still significant. So if you know how to do the footwork, that helps you. And if you're worried, like, okay, so I practice Sanda. I think it's really important to practice Sanda and traditional Kung Fu. Sanda is a modern context that we need. If you just try and use Ming Dynasty techniques, they're not optimized for the environment we're in. It's about optimization. There's nothing wrong with the techniques. This is not optimized for it, right? So if you are using Sanda, the only problem is you'll find it difficult to add the traditional techniques. If you understand this, you'll find it easy to add. And if you are going to use it, just a subtle version of it, like this. Just do a subtle, it doesn't have to be, right? That's the extreme posture for training. You can